Good evening, I'm John Carter and welcome to Poland Daily. The Polish Senate is in the middle of debating President Duda's call for a constitutional referendum, which would take place on the 10th and 11th of November. These dates are considered unacceptable by many, as during these 2 days, Poland will be celebrating the centenary of regaining independence. The final decision of the Senate is expected tonight or tomorrow morning.
On Friday, President Duda presented the public with 10 referendum questions, which polls would answer on the 10th and 11th of November. However, before that happens, members of the High Chamber must rule in favor of the vote. Senators from the opposition parties have criticized the president's idea. We believe that the president has broken the constitution a few times and continues to do so. We therefore won't participate in a referendum called for by someone who does not abide by the law. Politicians of the ruling Law and Justice Party, on the other hand, argue that there is nothing wrong with the idea for such a referendum, but believe the proposed dates are unfortunate. The idea of consulting the nation on such an important matter is very appropriate and needed, but it shouldn't be conducted during the national holiday. It'll be the centenary of regaining independence. I can't imagine people spending time in commissions instead of celebrating. Personally, I don't like it. Before today's sitting of the Senate, the Speaker of the Chamber, Stanisław Karczewski, announced that the President's proposition would be today's main subject of debates and would be voted on. The Law and Justice Club hasn't reached a final decision yet. That's why some senators abstained from a vote. After this part of the sitting, we will call for a break. Then we will address every comment made during the debate. Our decision will be announced after the vote. The decision of the Senate will be announced late this evening or tomorrow morning. If the senators reject the president's motion, it will surely be a sign of dissonance between our head of state and the ruling Law and Justice Party.
The death toll has risen to 74 in the Greek wildfires. Among the dead are 2 Polish citizens, a woman and her son, who drowned when their boat capsized during evacuations from the wildfires. Janusz Smigielski, the deputy head of Poznan-based travel agency, said they'd been on holiday in Marti.
Earlier this morning we discovered, apart from 3 other victims further away, this place where there are 26 people, men, women and unfortunately children. Yes, it's true, it seems that some of them knew each other because they were found in groups of 3 and 4, so they could be friends or relatives or families who tried to protect themselves by hugging each other. We found groups of cars where the keys were left on the ignition, the doors were open and first aid supplies were left on the seats. The picture that emerges is that these people abandoned their cars en masse and tried to escape on foot. Up until now, 156 adults have been taken to hospitals in the Attica region, 11 of which are gravely injured and have been intubated. 16 children have also been hospitalized, but their lives are not in danger. The fire brigade is working together with the police, and the updates will be constant.
Despite the immediate and extensive mobilization of the fire brigade, the increased intensity of the wind, with gusts up to 9 Beaufort, and the rapid movement of the fire led to a lightning-fast progression into populated areas. As a result, the area's residents and visitors did not have the time to escape, despite being just a few meters from the sea or inside their cars.
Polish President Andrzej Duda confirmed that Poland will send help with at least 2 fire engines and rotating crews.
Isodome 2000 is a company with 100% Polish capital based in the small Polish town of Zdunska Wola. The company's mission is to develop energy-efficient, durable, eco-friendly and easy-to-use construction technologies.
The Polish company is using lightweight foam blocks filled with concrete to construct energy-saving houses suitable for both hot and cold climates. Isodome 2000, based in the town of Zdunska Wola in central Poland, prepares the blocks, each of which only weighs a kilogram, and can easily be put together in different configurations. According to company vice president Jakub Wójcik, a team of 4 only needs 5 days to prepare the layout of a simple house. The secret to the great energy saving lies in our double thermal isolation layer. It's made from the toughest styrofoam in the world, which also makes it more resistant to fire. We use these hollow elements to build the framing of the house, leaving space for doors and windows. Once the layout is complete, concrete is poured into the empty space spaces in the blocks to form the shell of the building. As well as being easy to assemble, the company says buildings built using this method are highly energy efficient. Company president Andrzej Wójcik says due to the level of insulation the building method provides, it could be used in buildings in climates as diverse as Siberia to the Middle East and Africa. Isodom 2000 says 19,000 homes have so far been built using its method around the world. For 20 years, Isodom 2000 has been manufacturing styrofoam construction forms, specialist insulation panels and other foam components. The majority of the production is exported. The main markets include the European Union, United Arab Emirates, Morocco, Russia and Ukraine.
The Italian government has caved in to pressure from Brussels and Berlin. African migrants were picked up from the Mediterranean Sea by the EU naval mission and will be allowed to disembark in Italy. The Italian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Enzo Maravoro Milanese, threatened last week to put an end to the practice, but announced yesterday during a meeting with his German counterpart, Heiko Maas, the Italian ports will remain open after all.
The EU naval operation, nicknamed Operation Sophia, was started in 2015 and has brought 50,000 migrants from Africa to Italy. All in all, the government in Rome has taken in 700,000 migrants in the last 5 years. The Italian Minister of Interior, Matteo Salvini, had previously banned NGO vessels from docking in Italian ports, but announced earlier this month that he would also extend the ban to military vessels that patrol along the Libyan coast, according to the mandate of Operation Sophia. The Italian government initially supported his plans, but yesterday changed its stance by saying that it will continue to let migrants disembark in Italy for the coming 5 weeks. After that, Italy expects the EU to have agreed on a relocation quota mechanism in order to share the burden. The German Minister of Foreign Affairs, Heiko Maas, praised the Italian government for the decision to not close its ports. "I'm very happy that the operation can continue over the coming weeks. This proves that the Italian government never had the intention to end this operation by leaving through a back door." The minister also stressed that the EU must create a relocation mechanism to solve the problem. "The fact that we have a situation in which thousands of people are trying to reach Europe via the Mediterranean has changed the situation. Italy says that in this situation they can take everyone, but that these people need to be distributed according to a mechanism. I find Italy's standpoint totally understandable and justified." The Italian Minister of Foreign Affairs stressed that Italy will continue to let some of the migrants disembark in Italy, but that Operation Sophia will have to start using ports in other countries as well. "We never questioned Operation Sophia. It has always just been a legal issue and a political problem derived from the operational directives given by the EU. From now on, the landings of refugees saved in the Mediterranean by Operation Sophia should not occur in only Italy." Poland, the Visegrad Group and several other countries in Central Eastern Europe will certainly not be willing to participate in any relocation mechanism, and any EU agreement on the issue is therefore unlikely to materialize. It looks like Italy will have to continue to receive African migrants as long as Matteo Salvini isn't made Prime Minister.
Thank you for joining me here at Poland Daily. Stay tuned after the break for Poland Daily Weather and join me after that for Poland Daily Business.